rise for the singing of our national anthem.
You have to talk closer to the mic. Is it turned on? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You are honored today with singing by our Music Experience Choir featuring some of our seniors and by music by Josh McKinnon, all of whose music was composed by him on this afternoon. Let's give them a hand at this time. Good afternoon. My name is Bill Lloyd Jr., and it continues to be a privilege and an honor to serve as the director for the University of Iowa REACH program, a role that I've been grateful to hold since August 2018. My, how time flies when you're having fun. It's our great pleasure to welcome you to this year's UI REACH Convocation. We're honored to celebrate alongside all of you who've gathered with us here today in person, as well as many family members, friends, and well-wishers who are joining us virtually on this afternoon. This year marks a powerful milestone in our journey. UI REACH proudly celebrates 18 years as one of the nation's premier comprehensive transition programs for students with learning differences. This achievement stands on the shoulders of courageous and visionary leaders, especially on the shoulders of former Lieutenant Governor Sally Peterson, whose advocacy more than 2 decades ago helped make inclusive post-secondary education possible at the University of Iowa. Sally, we hope you're watching. Your leadership and persistence changed lives, and we remain deeply, deeply grateful for your legacy. Today's more than a ceremony, it's a celebration of resilience, a celebration of growth, and a celebration of possibility. It is a day that becomes part of our shared history and one that we hope will stay with you as a reminder of what these students have accomplished and what they will continue to accomplish into the future. Students, today as we celebrate you, your journey to this moment has not always been easy. Can I get an amen? It's not always been easy, but you did it. You navigated challenges. You embraced opportunities. You continued moving forward, even when the path felt uncertain. Your perseverance, your determination, your commitment all reflect the quiet strength that defines true success. You today are our student heroes. You have met expectations, scratch that. You have surpassed expectations, and you have redefined what is possible. We could not be more proud of you. We offer this challenge to you today, spoken in the words of Christian D. Larson. Keep believing in yourself and all that you are. Know that there's something inside of you that's far greater than any obstacle. Audience, please join me in offering the first of many well-earned rounds of applause for our 2026 graduates. Any UI Reach alumni and their families present, we ask that you stand so you can be recognized. Yes. UI Reach has 277 alumni. Scratch that. We have now 293 alumni with this graduating class. We're also grateful for the guidance and commitment of our board members, our advisory board members. I think a few of them are present with us today. If you are here, please stand so that we can recognize you. They have come to us from Minneapolis, from Seattle, and from right here in Iowa. And we had an amazing board meeting on today just to brag about what UI Reach is doing. UI Reach's voice continues to be heard across our state, and many of our elected officials wanted to be here with us today, but could not, but they send their congratulations to this graduating class. And finally, we extend heartfelt thanks to our special donors and lifelong friends of UI Reach. People like Mr. Charles and Ms. Mary Sukup, Mr. Tom and Ms. Jean Snack, and the family of the Devlin Foundation. Would you give them a round of applause, please? Our celebration will proceed as outlined in today's program. Hopefully you have downloaded it or gotten it from our QR code today. But we'll start off with a welcome by one of our graduates, Ms. Christy Brink. Christy has represented UI Reach in Washington, D.C., and in Des Moines, and all around Iowa City. Christy, we're so happy to have you as a part of this graduating class. She will come now and introduce Dean Clay, and following Christy, our speakers will proceed in the order listed in your program.
Hello, fellow graduates, friends, family, and staff. Bill already said a lot about me, but my name is Christy Brink, and I'm a third-year UI Reach graduate. I wanted to share some pieces of advice that my mom always used to say. One is that life is not a race. As someone who spent 4 years at a community college before dropping out, and who only started Reach at 25, this is something I think about a lot. And with my fellow grads being second, third, and fourth years in a large variety of ages, it's very obvious. Life is not a race. And Reach makes that very clear, with everyone setting their own pace and goals. Another thing she always said was that she wasn't going to college with me. And with UI Reach and all the support they provided, she didn't have to. Finally, my mom recently said that if she were to give a graduation speech, she'd quote her mother, "You're only judged by the company you keep, so keep great company." And for the past few years, you have all been great company. Thank you all so much for the support, community, and friendship these past 3 years, and congratulations to my fellow graduates. Welcome to the UI Reach 2026 graduation.
Go ahead and talk real close into it. Well, good afternoon. Can you hear me? What a beautiful day in so many ways. I'm Dan Clay. I'm the Dean of the College of Education, and this is one of the most amazing and heartfelt, incredible days of the year for us. This is a very special occasion, not just because we celebrate the achievements of our class today, but we celebrate what's possible with the human spirit. The UI Reach program is so important to our College of Education and to our campus. It has had a profound impact, not just on the students and their families, but had a profound impact on us as a community. The compelling example that UI Reach provides of how full inclusion for students with learning differences can change the lives for all of us, and indeed can change the world. The collective courage and potential of our extraordinary students is on display today, and it's right here in the first 2 rows. So today is a celebration of our students and their families who've been a part of this supportive community. But I also want to recognize the UI Reach staff and faculty and director, Bill Lloyd. These are the most dedicated, caring professionals that we have the privilege to work with. If you would just please stand for a minute and let us recognize and thank you. So we are very fortunate to have such outstanding leadership on our campus with President Wilson and Provost Craigle. They have been unwavering supporters and champions of UI Reach. And for that, I am personally very thankful. Please join me in welcoming the Provost of the University of Iowa, Dr. Kevin Craigle.
First of all, I want to thank Dean Clay for inviting me to speak this afternoon. I am sending my regards for President Wilson, who's traveling today. This is one of her favorite events of the year, I know. So I will send her regards for you. This is really a special day. I'm going to echo a lot of what Dean Clay said about the opportunities that are presented to the students today. I'm really honored to be here. Graduates, this is your big day. Celebrate it, embrace it. The next several hours will be a very special time, a lot of memories you're going to be creating. You've made it. I think you just take a deep breath now, realize you are at the end of your journey here at the University of Iowa. Congratulations. You need to take pride in everything you've accomplished to this point. Reach really does embody one of the most important ideas in higher education broadly for us. That college should be a place where all students are welcome, all students are supported, and all students have the opportunity to grow. and that is what the REACH program is all about. This program reflects all that is the best of the University of Iowa. Innovation, student-centered, and grounded in the knowledge that every learner contributes something unique and special to our community. Having said how great REACH is, I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge, as Dan did, the faculty and staff of UI REACH who are dedicated and committed to the extreme. And I see this in the program, I see this in the college. We as a university are very proud. This is one of our shining lights of the University of Iowa, UI REACH. I'm also eager to join my colleagues in saying a big thank you to family and friends and supporters who gather here today. Your encouragement, your advocacy has made a huge difference in the lives of the students and certainly our faculty and staff as well. Every student who graduates from the University of Iowa reaches that milestone in part because of the support of all of those of you in the audience who care for them. Late night pep talks, lots of listening, and financial sacrifices are just some of the ways that a student's support system is lifted up here. Thank you so much for being one of those support systems for our students. Graduates, over the course of your time here at UI REACH, not only have you completed coursework and internships, but think about everything else you've accomplished. You've built confidence, developed skills, developed new interests, made new friends. All of those things are going to serve you well as you go on to your next adventures. So as you leave this program and take the next steps on your journey, whether into employment, further education, or other personal goals, know that you will carry with you the respect and admiration of our entire community. As of today, you are joining a community of University of Iowa and UI REACH graduates. That means you're also our newest ambassadors. So make sure you go out and show everyone that you're a proud Hawkeye, you're a University of Iowa graduate. Congratulations to each of you. We are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish next. So one last time, let's get a Go Hawks. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Hawks! Thank you all. Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kale, and today we are here to celebrate. I remember on my first day, I did not want it to be here at all. And then at the end of my first year, I did not want to come back for year 2 or 3 or 4. But look at me now, standing here as a 4th-year graduate. I would not be here today without the support of UI REACH. I would like to thank all of the UI REACH staff, especially Kim and Michael. I am very proud that I am CPR certified and I have a bronze in work keys. My favorite internship that I had was Crew Hawk, because I got to go to different facilities and I have really enjoyed my time here in Iowa City. Say it with me, once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker today, Edwin West. Edwin is originally from Chicago, Illinois, and attended the University of Iowa, where he majored in history and political science. He spends 15 years working in housing and dining, supporting and mentoring hundreds of students along the way. In the fall of 2020, Edwin began working with the UI REACH program with his first intern. Since then, he has remained closely involved with the program, participating in mock interviews, job shadowing experiences, and external trainings to continually strengthen his work with interns. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Edwin West.
Thanks, Carol. Thank you, Carol, for that wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the extraordinary students of the UI Reach program. Standing here today is truly an honor. This moment represents years of courage, growth, persistence, and belief. Belief in yourselves and belief in what's possible. Celebrating the graduating class of 2026 is not just about marking the end of a journey, but about honoring everything it took to get here. Before I share the stories of 3 UI Reach graduates who have deeply impacted me, I want to take a moment to recognize the power of UI Reach itself. UI Reach is more than a program. It's a place where doors open, confidence grows, and futures take shape. It provides opportunities, structure, and support, but perhaps most importantly, it provides belonging. This is a community built on goal setting, leadership, compassion, and an incredible staff whose dedication and belief in students never wavers. The support systems here don't just help students succeed academically or professionally, they help students discover who they are, recognize their strengths, and step into the world with confidence and purpose. My own journey with UI Reach began in 2020 through the internship program. At that time, I had never worked with individuals with special needs. I didn't know what to expect, but what I didn't realize then was how profoundly this program and its students would change me. From my very first intern, I learned what growth really looks like. I learned patience, adaptability, and the impact of showing up for someone consistently. With guidance from career advisors, training, and support from UI Reach, I grew alongside the students. UI Reach was always there with resources, encouragement, and an unwavering commitment to student success. Over the years, I've had the privilege of meeting many remarkable students. Today, I want to share the stories of 3 of them, not just because they inspired me, but because they represent the heart of what UI Reach stands for: perseverance, joy, and unlimited potential. The first graduate I would like to talk about is Kel Anderson, someone I consider the definition of perseverance. I met Kel during his first year at Devlin Family Cafe. He was a regular customer who loved our pizza so much that we nicknamed him Pizza Guy. We all enjoyed Kel's presence at Devlin, but behind those lighthearted moments, Kel was struggling. He was homesick, overwhelmed, and unsure if he would return for a second year. Through these struggles, Kel decided to give things another try during his second year. Even though that year was still difficult, he kept trying. He leaned into the resources UI Reach offered, and slowly things began to shift. By his 3rd year, Kel was living off campus, connecting with his roommate, attending classes more consistently, and participating in more events. He found joy in his internship, real joy, the kind that lights up a conversation. By his 4th year, everything seemed to come together. A rejuvenated Kel walked through our doors, focused, motivated, and genuinely happy. He stopped by often, not just for pizza, but to say hello and wish us a good day. His transformation was remarkable. During my toughest semester at Devlin Family Cafe, when I often left work feeling defeated, Kel reminded me what resilience truly looks like. One evening, he shared with me how well things were going, not because of a big breakthrough, but because he had learned how to manage the challenges that once held him back. That moment changed my mindset. It helped me refocus, stay positive, and accept what I couldn't control. Kel, you inspired me when I needed it most, and I will forever be grateful for that. All right. Then there is Desmond Capayu. Desmond is the kind of person that makes you believe bigger. I met Desmond during his very first semester on campus. What began as casual conversations about sports quickly turned into something much more meaningful. We bonded over our shared love for the Chicago Bulls and our mutual dislike of Nebraska athletics. But it didn't take long for me to see that sports were just a starting point. The more time I spent with Desmond, the more his true character revealed itself. Desmond carries himself with a confidence and optimism that is rare. He truly believes there is nothing he can't do, and he lives out that belief every single day. Watching him move through campus, interact with others, and take on new challenges showed me what it looks like to approach life without limits. His attitude is powerful, and it inspired me more than he probably realizes. Desmond has done so much during his time at UI Reach, serving as a student ambassador, participating in multiple student organizations, competing as a Special Olympics and intramural athlete, and now completing his third year in the coaching certification program. Each role he stepped into, he did with pride, determination, and heart. One of the most meaningful moments for me was when Desmond invited me to one of his basketball games. Sitting in those stands and watching him play was unforgettable. His energy, focus, and competitive spirit filled the room. But even more than that, I could see how much the game meant to him, how it gave him confidence, connection, and a sense of belonging. Through sports, Desmond found his voice, his purpose, and his community. He completed internships in athletics, earned certifications, and grew into a leader on campus, not by chance, but through hard work and belief in himself. Over time, Desmond became more than a student I admired. He became someone I am proud to call a lifelong friend. Desmond, your passion pushes you forward, and watching you grow has pushed me as well. I am so incredibly proud of you, and I cannot wait to see how you continue to lead, inspire, and lift others up. And then there is Abigail Sierra, someone who changed the tone of our days in ways she may never fully realize. If you've ever been in Devlin Family Cafe early in the morning, you know how quiet and routine 7 a.m. can feel. For us, that changed the moment Abigail began coming in. What once felt like just another early shift quickly became something we looked forward to. Abby didn't just walk into the cafe. She brought warmth with her. Every single day, she greeted us with a genuine smile, asked us how we were doing, and took the time to truly listen. In the middle of unlocking doors, preparing food, and waking ourselves up, Abby reminded us that we mattered too. Her kindness wasn't loud or grand. It was steady, sincere, and deeply felt. Soon, her positivity became contagious. Her friends began joining her, and before we knew it, the cafe was filled with laughter, conversation, and energy first thing in the morning. Abby turned what could have been the most exhausting part of the day into something joyful. But what made Abby truly special was how intentionally she connected with people. She saw us not just as cafe staff, but as individuals worthy of care and kindness. Those small moments she created stayed with us long after she walked out the door. Abby reminded us that you don't have to do something big to make a difference. Sometimes showing up with warmth, empathy, and a kind word can change the entire atmosphere around you. She set the tone for our mornings and often for our entire day, and that is something we will always carry with us. Abby, thank you for being the light you brought into our space and into our lives. Kel, Desmond, and Abby, and so many others have impacted me more deeply than they will ever know. Their growth, determination, resilience, and joy have shaped my life in a lasting way. They reminded me why this work matters and what true strength looks like, especially when the road isn't easy. None of this would have been possible without the UI Reach program. This program is invaluable. It transforms lives, not only for students, but for everyone lucky enough to be part of this community. I am forever grateful for the lessons, the laughter, and the perspective UI Reach has given me. To the graduating class of 2026, thank you. Thank you for showing up on the hard days, for celebrating victories, both big and small, and for continuing forward even when things felt uncertain. Thank you for the joy you bring to this campus and for reminding all of us what perseverance, community, and growth truly looks like. Today, we celebrate not just where you're going, but everything you've already accomplished. Your journey matters, your story matters, and your future is bright. Congratulations. I am so incredibly proud of all of you. Thank you for your time. Now, I would like to introduce your 2026 student speaker, Abigail Sarah.
Hello, fellow graduates, family members, friends, and teachers. Today we are here to celebrate not just the graduates, but also the ending of an amazing year at Iowa. Before I begin, there is something I would like to say. There is a teacher here today that I would like to give a shout out to. This teacher uses a certain word in so many emails that I've received over the past few years. Kendall. Would you please join me? Howdy, graduates! Okay, now to get serious. I remember my first day 3 years ago. It was the day I met my incredible best friends, amazing teachers, and the mentors and helpers who have supported me every step of the way. I wouldn't be here today without the love and support of my friends, family, and teachers. I'm originally from Hermosa Beach, California, about 1,800 miles from here. Moving away from the ocean, my family, and everything familiar was honestly one of the scariest things I've ever done. I didn't know what to expect. I wondered if I would feel homesick, if I would fit in, if I would ever truly feel like home. But somewhere between my first classes, my first football game, late nights with friends, and all the laughter in between, something changed. Iowa stopped being the place I moved to and started becoming the place where I grew. It became the place where I found independence, confidence, and a second family. When I first visited UI Reach, I knew right away that this was where I wanted to be. Some of my favorite moments here at Iowa have been participating in dance marathon, going to rec after dark, and cheering at all the sporting events. UI Reach truly became my second home. During my time here, I've also worked the past 2 years at Little Angels Daycare with 2, 3, and 4-year-olds. They taught me patience, leadership, and how to find joy in the little things. And for the past 7 months, I've worked weekends at Brugger's Bagels, where I learned responsibility and how to balance school and work. These experiences helped me grow not just as a student, but as a person. I want to thank all the teachers, mentors, helpers, and my best friends for making these years unforgettable. Every day, I'm so grateful to be here. I can't imagine myself at any other university. I wouldn't be here today without everyone's love and support. I would also love to give a special shout out to Kelsey. You have been such an important part of my journey here. You pushed me to grow, supporting me through challenges, and celebrating my wins. I also love that you give me such a hard time after I ask you so many questions. I truly wouldn't be standing here today without you. Before I finish, I also want to say a special thank you to my family. To my mom and dad, thank you for always believing in me and supporting me every step of the way. Even from 1,800 miles away, your love and encouragement mean more to me than I can put into words. I'm so grateful and lucky to have you both as my parents. To my twin brother Jack and my older sister Jillian, thank you for always cheering me on and being there for me. I'm so grateful and lucky to have you as my siblings. I also want to remember my old dog Russell, who meant so much to me growing up, and my new dog Roscoe, who always brings a smile to my face. My family's love and support have meant everything to me, and I truly wouldn't be standing here today without them. To the students who are not graduating yet, my advice to you is this. Take every opportunity you can, step outside your comfort zone, These years go by faster than you think, so make the most of every moment and don't be afraid to grow. Becoming an adult can be scary, but it also can be exciting and full of opportunity. As we move forward, remember, once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye. And as I like to say, slay the day, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you give another round of applause to all of our speakers who were phenomenal on today? You've heard the stories about Cale saying not another day. He walked into my office the other week and said, "Can I have a 5th year?" I quickly replied, "No." But we're going to miss Cale and all of these amazing students. And now I will ask the candidates for certification in the UI Reach program to please rise and take your places. Provost Kregel and Dean Clay, these students, as an integral part of their university experience, have successfully completed the coursework, internships, and campus learning expectations of the University of Iowa REACH program. These young men and women have attained the educational, career, social, and independent living goals to advance to the next stage of their lives. As director of the UI REACH program, I recommend these individuals for UI REACH certification. And I recommend those individuals who have completed 60 hours of focused career study for a certificate with a career focus area. Ladies and gentlemen, our graduates, our first year 2 graduate. And families, it's okay to whoop it up for your students, okay? Mr. Lucas, let's go. Our 3rd year graduate, Mr. Samuel Ball. Miss Caitlin Bergman. Miss Christy Brink. Miss Leah Hendrickson. Miss Olivia Postman. Mr. Benjamin Roseman. And Miss Abby Searer. And now our year 4 graduates, Mr. Cale Anderson. President of the UI Reach Student Council, Mr. Gavin Carlson. This guy's over here telling me how to pronounce his name as if I don't know. Mr. Desmond Capello. Mr. Jack Costo. UI Reach's own virtuoso, Mr. Joshua McKinnon. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Blake Stewart. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2026. Graduates, please stand. Yes, let's hear it for them. Dr. Clay is now here to give recommendation on behalf of the College and Boards of Regents.
Okay, apparently I'm winging this part. So I'm recommending to the Board of Regents to certify the University of Iowa is proud to have established the UI Reach program as a post-secondary education opportunity for men and for women from Iowa and across the nation. The university takes great pride in fulfilling its mission of expanding diversity and opportunity for all citizens. All of you who stand before me in the Reach class of 2026 have met the requirements set by the UI Reach program, the College of Education, and the Iowa Board of Regents. I recommend you on behalf of the University of Iowa to receive this UI Reach certificate and, where earned, the career focus area of concentration. Please move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left. My colleagues and I extend our heartfelt congratulations. Please turn and face the audience so we can give you one big round of applause.
Graduates, stay right where you are. You have some people in the audience who have made it possible for you to be here today. That's your family and friends. So I'd like for you to appreciate them at this time, along with everybody in the audience. Let's show some appreciation for the families and friends of these outstanding young people. All right, you can face this way again. All right. This occasion is not complete. We've already done one salute to our staff, but one is not enough to a great set of people who live our mission every single day, who advance individualized supports and opportunities, who contribute to the success of people, who help them advocate for themselves, to the best staff in any IPSI program, the UI Reach staff. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, help me celebrate our staff one more time. Now, graduates, you can be seated. Welcome to the podium, fourth-year graduate, Mr. Gavin Carlson, outgoing president of the UI Reach Student Council, who will introduce our farewell speaker.
Hello, I am Gavin, the UI Reach Student Council President. I have had many people in my life, like doctors and teachers, tell me that I would not be standing here today. But I am glad to say I did it. The final speaker today will be my jokester, the one who makes everyone laugh, and give it up for my roommate, D-Mac Dez.
There, can you see that?
What? Dang. Okay, I'm gonna say my speech now. Everybody chill out. The first time I visited the University of Iowa was in the fall of 2021. At the time, I relied on a lot of others to help me cook, clean, and get place to place. The University of Iowa has given me the opportunity to earn my coaching certification, something that I am very passionate about. In addition to that, I have become more independent by learning how to cook, figure out my own transportation, and getting out of my comfort zone by making new friends. I gained the courage to make friends outside of the REACH program my first year, and I have kept those friendships for 4 years. I'm talking about you guys. Abby, Gish, Chavon, and Cassie have helped me achieve my goals and always have remained a constant presence of support throughout my struggles in college. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to work places like the UI Fieldhouse, North Dodge Athletic Club, Crew Hawk, and Intramurals. Edwin West was also a huge part of my success at the REACH program. Your constant support and conversations are something I will always be thankful for, whether it was talking about football, playing basketball at the CRWC, or goofing around at Devlin Cafe. We always had a good time together. Thank you for being my best friend, and I could not have done my 4 years here at Iowa without you all. Okay. Some of my favorite memories include having the opportunity to be on a Big Ten campus, working the men's and women's basketball games,
and making friendships that will last me a lifetime. My advice for other students is not to take any opportunities for granted. Enjoy your time while you're here. And don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone, because I was able to step out of my comfort zone. I gained valuable experiences and memories that will last me a lifetime. I plan to move back home to Tama, Iowa to help the high school boys basketball team. I will take the skills that I have learned at Iowa to help me become a better coach and continue my knowledge of coaching. Okay. I want to thank my siblings for all of their encouragement and pushing me into come to Iowa. And now it's my turn to encourage you to follow your own dreams and passions. Believe in yourself and never give up on your dreams. I want to thank the UI Reach staff, all of my mentors and academic associates who have been a part of making my 4 years at Iowa so special. Throughout my time here in Iowa City is done for now. I'll be back. I could not have done any of this without you all. Go Hawks!
We're going to really, really miss hearing that laugh in the lobby every single day. Des came by and checked on everybody. There's another group of very, very special people here today. They are near and dear to my heart. Do we have, I know we have, some grandparents who are here today. Would you stand so that we can recognize you? I know Des's grandmama's here. Some other grandparents are here. Abby's grandparents are here. I know you all are extremely proud of these young people, as are we. Thank you for making this convocation special. Thank you for being with us today. Our convocation is now concluded. Graduates, please rise for the recessional.